In this video, I'm going to give you a review of my Dewbu Heated Jacket. I haven't done a lot of reviews on the channel, but when Dewbu reached out to me to send me a jacket and they wanted me to do a review on it, I was pretty excited because I've always wanted to try a heated jacket, but I've just never had the chance. I told Dewbu that I'd give them an honest review on the jacket. So I've had it for about 2 weeks now, and I've tried it out in some various situations. So I'm gonna let you know how they performed in those scenarios. First of all, I'm just gonna give you a quick rundown about the jacket itself. I also brought my little stove as well, because I'm gonna do some light cooking out here, because why not? I got a soft shell jacket and I determined the size that I needed by using their sizing chart on their website, and I got a large, and it turned out like it was just a great fit. It's just perfect for me. So their size chart is really good. I chose the camo black. It looked a little bit darker on the website, but overall I'm really happy with the color. I think it looks pretty decent. As far as the jacket goes, I would say it's an early spring or late fall kind of jacket, medium heaviness. It's got 2 main pockets right up here. They're a little bit higher than I'm used to. I'm kind of used to pockets down here, but up here it's pretty good, and really it didn't take any getting used to at all. Just gonna put my gloves down here. So you can see they're pretty spacious. I've got camera gear and my phone, and I've got my microphone stuff. You can fit a lot of stuff in there. It's got a pocket down on the arm here, and good for just small things. This is just my bike tire gauge. And then up on both arms here, it's got stuff as well. You can kind of keep, I thought I put something in here, but maybe I didn't. Oh yes, I did. I got a bike tire, multi-tool kind of thing. And a weird thing on the back, it's got 2 pockets here, and you can actually store stuff in it here, which I actually think is kind of neat if you've got a lot of equipment. If you're doing some traveling or whatever and you want to keep stuff in there, it would work. Weird, I've never had a pocket back there in a jacket before, but I could see some uses for it for sure. So for the zippers, they all seem to work really good. I haven't had any problems with it. One thing I like about it is on the bottom here, they have a bottom zipper too. So if you're wearing a hoodie or something and you need to reach in there, or you know, you're a guy and you got to go to the washroom, instead of undoing your whole jacket, you can kind of do this. So I think that's a really handy thing. There's another pocket in here too, and this is where you put your battery here. Right there, 12-volt battery. And the cool thing about this battery, if you've got a USB-C to USB-C cord, you can actually charge your phone here. And I did this today earlier, and I went from 50% to 100% on my cell phone, and it took about 18% off the main battery here. Being able to plug in the phone or other devices and charge them up in here is really good, especially for me when I do camping videos and I'm out away from things. I got to bring batteries and stuff like that. So I'll probably just bring this battery along with me sometimes, just so I can charge my equipment overnight. There's 5 heat pads altogether. There's 2 in the front right here, and then the arms have one here and one here, and then the back has one kind of in the upper middle area. And there's 3 heat modes on the jacket itself. You can see there's a power button there, and there is low, medium, and high. And the highest on high it's supposed to go to is 140 degrees Fahrenheit, or I believe that's about 60 degrees Celsius. So the battery took about 9 hours to charge. I do have to say though, it wasn't a fast charging block, it was just a regular charging block. The website says that on high, the battery should last about 4 hours, and on low, it should last 9 to 10 hours. The jacket itself costs about $165 on their website. At the time of the filming here, they did have it on sale for $118. So it's like 2 days before Christmas that I'm filming this. So that might explain why they got their Boxing Day sales on right now. And if you want to see some more specs, you can take the link down in the description and you can check it all out. Another thing I forgot to mention is that this is waterproof as well. It's not raining out here. I don't really have a way to test it out here. Thanks, honey. So I don't know if you can see, but the water really beat it off of this pretty nicely, actually. I'm not really wet at all, except for what came through the collar, but it kept it pretty good. And also, the hood comes with this little flap here, and I really think that's pretty good. If it was raining, that would come in handy. as well. The hood also, you can pull the strings and really like make it tight to yourself. So it's a really good fitting hood as well. But what I was really interested in was how the jacket would perform in between riding when I would stop for lunch or some other activity. Because when you're riding, you know, you get hot, you're exerting all that energy, and you stop and you can get cold really quick. So I was hoping that the jacket would help with that and kind of keep my body warm. You wouldn't want to use it in really freezing temperatures like -30 or anything like that. Even today, we are 0 degrees Celsius, and so that's 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And, you know, I can feel myself a little bit chilly. All I have under here is one base layer, and that's it. So it's like a long sleeve t-shirt basically, and I just wanted to test it out to see how well it would do. I could have probably used a t-shirt or a light hoodie or something underneath here, and I would have been good. But overall, you know, this is my warmest part of my body. So while I was out doing a little bit of riding and filming that part of the video, it took about 3 hours, and I used it on high most of the time. And so when I got home, the power was down to about 24%. So that's about in line with what Dewbu said on their website about using it on high and it lasting for about 4 hours. Another scenario that I tried the jacket in was doing some light work outside in the yard. The temperature was about -4 degrees Celsius, and that's about 39 degrees Fahrenheit, and it did pretty good. I was just wearing a thin t-shirt and a very light hoodie outside, and it did really good in a situation where I otherwise would have used a heavier jacket. I also found that moving around in the jacket and doing that work was pretty comfortable. I was outside for about an hour that time, and I fluctuated the power level between high and medium, probably mostly on medium, and when I came in after that hour, I was down to 70%. So as I said, I wore the jacket as my main jacket for the last 2 weeks, and I thought it was pretty awesome to be able to have that option just to turn on the heat whenever I thought it would be viable. I deliver during the day, so often I'm sitting in my car waiting for my next order to come, and it was pretty neat to put the jacket heat on, and then I was able to shut off my car and not have the car running for as long, and I would still be warm because I had the jacket on. Another thing too is here in Canada, we have to start the car ahead of time before we go out to let it warm up a little bit. And you get in the car and it's not quite comfortably warm. So I would turn on the jacket and just leave it on until I was warm enough. I even found a lot of times that I didn't even turn on the heat, and just wearing it as a regular jacket in various everyday scenarios worked really well. At least that's what I thought. When you put it on low, it took a while, like quite a while, for you to feel it if you did at all. So what I would often do is I would turn it up to medium or high right away. And then when the jacket warmed up a little quicker, then I would turn it down from high to medium or even down to low sometimes, and I could just ride that out, and it would be really nice and comfortable that way. Another good thing I found about the jacket is that at the bottom there's strings to tighten it up so that you can restrict the amount of airflow that comes up, and even on your arms too, there are you can tighten them up so that you don't get as much wind and weather coming through. One kind of neat thing about the jacket is that on each arm they have this Velcro area here, and you can get your own Velcro patches and kind of customize the look yourself. The battery isn't too big and bulky, and like when you're wearing the jacket, you don't really notice it too much. You do feel the weight a little bit, but it's kind of like having a cell phone. It's like just a little bit heavier than a cell phone. So we all do that every day, and I didn't find that it got in the way of anything really. So one thing that I do wish Dewbu had incorporated into the jacket was the ability to warm your hands in the jacket pockets, and the main ones here, because I can feel the pads here, but the pads obviously only go one way, and it would be really cool to be able to stick your hands in there and be able to warm them up. One of the cons of using a heated jacket that's not specific to the Dewbu brand is that when you shut off the heat or the heat goes off, you get cold really quickly because your body got used to being warm and you're out in a cold environment. So you do have to be careful about what kind of situation you put yourself into. You definitely wouldn't want to put yourself into a situation where you relied on the heat from this jacket for your personal safety or survival. That's not what this jacket is. This is a casual jacket where you need it for a couple of hours here and there kind of thing. So one of the things I'm excited to use it for is fishing in the mornings, in the early mornings, even in the summer and spring and fall. I think it would be really handy to have because it is waterproof as well. And there's a lot of various uses. Like I said, just wearing it around, I found so many times I could just turn it on and use it for even 15 minutes. I thought that was really handy. I personally wouldn't use this jacket in, say, minus 20 degrees Celsius or minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Anything colder than that, you're just better off using an actual heavy winter jacket. So that's my review of the Dewbu Softshell Jacket. And overall, I think it's a good product. Well worth the price of $165. You can get way worse jackets for that price. But like I said, I don't have any experience with other heated jackets, so I can't really compare it, but I thought it was useful in a lot of different scenarios. And you know, I found that if I went a couple of days without it and then I used it, I kind of missed that warming feeling that it gave me, especially here in Canada. You know, we get pretty cold out here, so it's nice to have. That's it. Check out the link if you want to learn more about it. And remember the most important thing, folks, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.